So we're back live. This is News Sister Sport, the best sporting show in the whole of the universe. Of course, airing on a band radio scope, on YouTube channel, and Apple Podcasts, as well as Spotify. Good day for Arsenal fans. Not too good day for Milan and Chelsea fans. If you're a Chelsea fan today, I'm pretty sure you are not feeling the groove of the Premier League. I welcome my guests on the show. I have Olawale with me, and I have Oroku Kachi with me. And I'm going to start with Oroku Kachi to introduce himself.
Sports fans, what a weekend of sports. Um, I still don't think Arsenal will compete for the championship, but I think I can beat my chest comfortably now to say they will finish in the top four. Not not because of what they are doing, and they are doing a really good job right now because you can only beat the teams in front of you. But every single week, the teams that should compete or for those positions with Arsenal shoot themselves in the foot. Last week it was Tottenham Hotspurs. This weekend it was Liverpool, and also doing that to themselves. So congratulations and welcome back to the Champions League in advance to all Arsenal fans. Welcome to the show.
Wow. After many years.
All right, perfect. Olawale.
I've left Debo speechless, but yeah, I had to say that.
Olawale.
Good day, sporting fans around the world. Welcome to the show. Sorry guys, I couldn't be here. I couldn't be on the show last week. It was due to one crazy reason like that, which I actually shared with Debo. Congratulations to the Nigeria on the 17 female national team finishing third, and they just concluded on the 17 World Cup. I think that's the first time Nigeria will be finishing top three of any at that age level. And I just hope for the ladies, for some of them who could I hope they can get scholarship in the States, Canada, and some of them could get professional contracts in Europe. I think that's the least I can wish for them. So guys, welcome to the show. I hope I think we have a lot of very good topics to discuss today.
All right, perfect. Where do we start from? We start from the NBA as usual, and where do we start from in the NBA? We start with no other person than Kyrie. Kyrie, when he's not in the news, does not feel happy for one strange reason or the other. I feel Kyrie and Kanye West are brothers from another mother. You know what I'm saying? Because Kyrie came out to back the anti-Semitic book and movie brought out over the week, and of course the Brooklyn Nets owners came out to say they are not signing off with Kyrie on this one, and they are against whatever it is that book and the movie represents. But Kyrie said he's not apologetic about it. This is about whatever it is that he believes in, and he does not think the book or the movie is in any way, form, or fashion anti-Jewish. Kachi, I'm going to start with you on this one. Looks like Kai just likes to be in the news for bad reasons or whatever reason that you can think of. What's your opinion about that, Kachi?
I don't think he likes to be in the news. I just think he can't help but be in the news. Remember that even when we previewed the NBA's season, this current season, and we talked about the Brooklyn Nets, we said the Nets will only go as far as Kyrie can stay concentrated. Can concentrate, because he has shown us over the years, that he always finds funny ways to miss work. Kyrie is the only person I know who misses playing basketball without being injured. From the earth is flat ideology to burning sages to refusing to take the vaccine, which I'm not blaming him for, because you always have to respect a man's choice for personal choice such as that.
Uh-huh.
Now to this. I think it's an immature move. Um, we have learned to coexist with different tribes, different religions, different races, sometimes such that whatever you think, especially if they are strong opinion, sometimes you
Mhm.
need to learn to part of what makes you mature is that you hear twice and you speak once.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, Kyrie is the kind of person who spews the very first thing that comes to his mind. And in the same world of Kanye West, who I used to like, I thought he is an amazing musician slash producer until he started making the last two funny albums he makes. But let's not go there. Um, they don't think through certain things that goes on in their mind, and it's a sad thing for a human being not to have that restraint. We need restraint. It is that restraint that lets you turn the other cheek when someone hurts you instead of fighting. If you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
Kyrie doing this is going to jeopardize an already strained Brooklyn
Relationship.
Nets environment. He doesn't have the best of relationship with Josiah. Right now, he's giving Josiah all the ammunition to come out to further, further punish Kyrie. Because I personally agree, yes, it may be justified, but him getting just a 1 year deal it's a punishment to because Kyrie is a star that really should be getting max deals. I know he brought it up upon himself,
Himself,
but
yeah.
he's giving Josiah and the management of Brooklyn Nets more reasons to
To do
justify why
away
they
with
only
him.
gave him a
Yeah.
1 year contract. We're
Uh-huh.
going to get into the Lakers and what I think about it, but I think Kyrie's days in Brooklyn are already numbered. I really don't see him play wearing that black and white after this season. Watch
All right.
out, he may not even finish this season with Brooklyn
With the
Nets.
Brooklyn. All right, perfect. Lali, I'm gonna come to you now. It's well documented. I look at the LA Lakers roster, and I was watching their last game against the Timberwolves, and the Timberwolves, who happens to be the worst team in the NBA right now, apart from the LA Lakers. So if LA Lakers are supposed to defeat anybody in the NBA, it was supposed to be the Wolves, but they lost against the Wolves again. And I'm looking at the roster. I'm like, okay, who is going to? Okay, AD came down with a back injury. Of course, AD will never be fit in his life. That's no surprise if you ask me. And LeBron, who happens to be the only guy, and no nobody could shoot in the team. Nobody could attack the paint. When LeBron is not on the court, it looks dysfunctional. Even when he comes back on the court, they looks disjointed. And that's a tale of two stories, anyways. And the second story will be the Nets. The Nets, we felt okay, Ben Simmons is back and whatnot. The defensive acumen will be there, and we expect the Nets to be shining. But one win out of 6 games, that's appalling if you ask me. What do you think is happening with these two teams, Lali?
Okay, let me pick it up from the LA Lakers. I think the LA Lakers case has been overflowed. In the sense that the mistake, the Lakers made the mistake last season when they traded away all their assets, all the role players for Russell Westbrook. Consider the fact that all their future picks have been traded away for, what do you call it, Anthony
For
Davis.
AD.
Yeah, so the roster was full of guys who are less talented.
Mhm.
You just have you have a aging LeBron James,
LeBron James.
and what do you call it, and the unreliable uh, Anthony
Russell.
Davis, who seems not to be who seems not to have anything to prove in the league again. Like, I think that championship he won in 2020,
Was
like,
enough
for
for him.
him, I
Was the
think is
epitome
enough
of
for
his,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Great
for him,
Olawale, before you continue, and I'll give you this place. Will you blame him when the likes of Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, they make
could
that
only get one ring.
2008 championship that they won? Every time they talk about that championship, they sound as
Like
if
they
they
won
won
6 championship.
exactly. So please go on.
Probably that, yeah, you can't blame him. And but like you said, I quite agree with you. By the time NBA is a crazy league. By the time you look at how talented that Boston Celtics team were, as in, it's surprising that they could only boast of one championship. So, but
Mhm.
sticking with the Lakers, I think on one side, I just think they have limited options with them, considering what they did for to get Russell Westbrook. I think that was a bad deal. I think that was what probably has put the Lakers in a position where they have. And like me, I think the options they have with them now is for them to look for any team that is probably interested in the expiring contracts of Russell Westbrook that will take it from them. I think Russell Westbrook has this season currently playing as his expiring contract. If they could look into what do you call it, the Utah Jazz, I think they have a lot of interesting asset there that could help the Lakers, considering
Mhm.
the fact that the Jazz are doing significantly well than most of us in this age,
Expected.
considering the
Yeah.
fact that they traded away Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. This was supposed to be a tanking season for them, and what
Mhm.
they've done so far is that the guys they have been playing significantly way better than we envisaged. So
Mhm.
I'm not sure this is what the Utah Jazz actually wanted. So I think if the Lakers could approach them with a Russell Westbrook expiring contract and could get some couple of role players from them who could probably I think they have a couple of shooters in that team who could probably get make a LeBron James, which is what we know a LeBron James team for,
Four.
Needs
having
right now.
Uh-huh.
surrounding LeBron with shooters, or
Uh-huh.
they could just face the Brooklyn Nets, because the way the Brooklyn Nets are at present, it seems they look like a team that everybody is not just interested in whatever is happening there, from the owner to the coach who seems to be probably clueless, to a Kevin Durant who, yes, is averaging 32 points per
Uh-huh.
games, but it seems that his heart is probably not in that team again.
Mhm.
And to Kyrie Irving, who probably I just think not deliberately just keep finding himself. And the reaction for me, the reaction of Josiah shows one thing. If that comment was coming from LeBron, I think that thing will have been dealt with internally.
Mhm.
Is
Mm.
him coming out to criticize Kyrie, for me, shows like what Kachi said, that the relationship between both of them is not really in good terms. Yeah, I think the Lakers can approach them if they can get Ben Simmons and Kyrie from them. I think those are the two teams that looks like can do business with the Lakers,
Right now.
and the Lakers will
Right
be able
now.
to get will the
Something
Lakers will be
tangible.
able to get things tangible that could help at least give them a chance of making a run during this season. And for the Brooklyn Nets, I just feel like some franchise things, as in it can't just work for some franchise. I think the Brooklyn Nets are just one of those franchise. I just think this cannot just work. They just need to, from sacking the coach to trading away
LeBron
Kevin
James.
Durant, trade
Uh-huh.
away what okay, is either you trade away what do you call him? Kyrie Irving, or his contract will
Okay.
expire at the end of the season and he becomes a free agent.
Yeah.
Whichever way, I just think the Brooklyn Nets
And he
are
moves
not
to
going,
Clippers. They're not going
and the Brooklyn
anywhere.
Nets are not just they are not going anywhere. Because if you have your two stars averaging 32 points, but
Mhm.
you can't get a stop at the back. You can't just play defense. You
Uh-huh.
it's just I just don't see it working for them again. It's all
Okay.
over. They should just go back to being a normal team they are.
All right, perfect. Kachi, I'll just ask you a question, a simple question just before we go on. If Kyrie does not end up, like he does not finish the season with the net, where would you prefer to see him, at the Clippers or at the other side of LA?
It will be on the purple and gold side of LA, simply because the Clippers right now, um, he will be excessive. It will be an excess in that department.
Okay.
The I
But
think
it's good.
they started.
But it's going to start ahead of anybody still there.
Yes, I understand he's going to start, but as soon as he comes in, it will be because they are moving a like for like talent away from LA to accommodate him. Because there will be too much playmaking point guards in that
Yeah.
In that,
depth chart for LA Clippers. So they will have to. It will have to be a like for like trade. I think based on the desire to win, it's probably best place to go to the Clippers. But based on who needs him the most right now, I think it's the Lakers.
is the
The
Lakers.
reason I say that is it's a case of the devil he knows in LeBron James. Um,
Can start it on over with
better than the angel he doesn't
in
know in Paul George and in Kawhi,
Kyrie,
And
right?
can
Yeah.
because Kawhi may be silent, but he's one of the most powerful silent players in the NBA,
Yeah,
and there will
100%.
be clashes. He's not a
Sorry,
docile
before you
side.
go on,
Yeah,
I just want to suggest something. I don't know how it can. Is there any trade that can take Kyrie to Milwaukee?
yeah. It probably will be a 14 trade. Kyrie will go to Milwaukee, but Chris Middleton would have to leave Milwaukee.
Yeah, exactly.
Middleton
Exactly.
would leave Milwaukee, but Middleton will not go to the Nets. Kyrie to Milwaukee, Middleton to Lakers, and then Russell Westbrook and a pick to the Nets
To the
can
Nets.
work.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Nobody,
That can
honestly,
probably work.
nobody wants with Russ Westbrook.
But but uh, but to come back to this, no,
Honestly,
the reason why
honestly.
anybody may take Russell is still must see TV. Whether to see him succeed or to
Okay,
see him
it's
fail,
fair. Okay,
he
okay,
is still
okay.
going to be must see
Yeah, yeah,
TV.
yeah. I agree with
But
you on
right
that
now,
one.
in terms of immediate needs, the
Uh-huh.
Lakers they're desperately in need of, because to Olawale's point, look at every single team LeBron has succeeded in. Even in that 2020 championship team, he had an inconsistent. What's that young boy that is always tinting his head that is now with Washington? Um,
Uh,
my young man,
that
I, I can't seem to remember his name now. The young boy that
Kuzma.
Kuzma,
Kakulman.
who
Okay.
some days would be hot, some days would be cold,
Catch,
but at least he
And they had
shoots.
and they
catch,
had this
catch,
guy
catch,
from, what do
catch.
you call it?
Someone said,
This guy that played in
why would the Bucks want to trade out Chris Middleton? We were just basically we were just talking about possibilities. We
No,
know
it's just possibility. I'm
it's
not
a
saying. I
far
mean,
fetch. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
no,
It's not going to happen,
it's
truthfully.
definitely not
But
going to happen.
we're
But
just looking at something
Kyrie
far
right
fetched.
now, the truth is, we're all blaming Russell because Russell is not performing well offensively. But
Uh huh.
Russell is in the same dilemma as Kyrie in. The Lakers ownership don't want Russell. They are just stuck with him because no one has collected him. The same way Brooklyn Nets is stuck with Kyrie because right now the only people who want him are not willing to give up a first rounder
A first
for
round
him in
for
the
him.
Lakers. They are just stuck with each
Yeah,
other right now.
yeah, but basically for Kyrie is still in a better position because once Kyrie gets to your team, it automatically makes your team better.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
It might come with some baggages, but it makes your
Yeah,
team
but
better.
you will win. You will
So
win for 2 years. You will win for 2 years
exactly.
before you
So
unravel.
so
Yes.
that's the problem with Ross. Ross is just I don't know what's happening with Ross. Anyways,
I think Ross is broken or
Ross is
at
broken. He's
yeah,
present.
it's
broken.
broken.
He's
Yeah,
broken.
he is. I agree with you totally, Olawale. We'll go on a quick break right now, and when we come back from the break, we'll be starting with the Champions League review. How Barcelona, Xavi, Gavi, Predi, Gabi, Gachi, Gassi, all of them cannot keep Barcelona in the Champions League, and of course, two an interesting one. Etoo says Thierry Henry cannot lace his boot, and Nicolas Anelka is better than Thierry Henry. Don't go anywhere, guys.
Kachi is just sitting here and
We'll,
collecting stray bullets. We'll
we'll
be
be
right
we'll,
back.
we'll be right back, guys.